Good morning, everybody, and welcome aboard. This is a 2007 Acura TL Type-S 6-speed manual in white diamond pearl over taupe interior. Just a little cruiser that I picked up kind of as a placeholder again, just because I know I'm playing around with the S2000, but it's not an incredible daily driver. I've also had the ILX for about a decade now, so I do change things up from time to time, probably too much, but hey, you gotta try them all, right? So this car is gonna get me through probably about the next year or so, at least until the Integra Type S is ready to come out. That's the one I really kind of am crossing my fingers about. So in the meantime, this came up locally as an opportunity that really was too good to pass up. It's a 2007 model year, so the first year for the Type S offering in the 3rd gen TL, and it came with a whole stack of records and a pretty incredible history in terms of the maintenance and care. It was a Washington state car originally, up through about 2018 when it came to Arizona, and has been ever since. So some of you who've been with the channel for quite some time will remember I had a 2007 TL Type S in the past, except it was kinetic blue pearl, and I still love that color. In fact, if I could find a really nice blue one that somebody would part ways with, I probably would swap for that. But in the meantime, this is about as good as they get. And I'll show you the best thing about it is actually the odometer reading. And there you go, 87,320 miles. So for a 15-year-old car, it's actually not too bad. The best part is as well, there was a lot of maintenance done in the last year. So the timing belt, water pump, and a whole bunch of other things were done summer 2021. So mechanically, this car is good to go for a very long time. I know one of the things that these 3rd gen TLs are notorious for is some wear and tear on the seats. The perforated leather is really prone to cracking and tearing, so these have been preserved and conditioned pretty well. They're in great shape. And the dashboards too in these cars are famous for cracking. I do have a little bit of discoloration there over the passenger side airbag, but otherwise, pretty nice interior look here. The window sticker, obviously this is a laminated copy of the original, but it illustrates some of the feature content here. This is obviously the 3.5 liter 286 horsepower V6 with the 6-speed manual transmission, and in its day 38,785 or 795. Originally, like I mentioned, delivered to a dealership in the Pacific Northwest and manufactured in Marysville. So I've really had a lot of fun with this car. I've only been driving it now for maybe 3 weeks or so, but I'm planning some small enhancements. The wheels need to be refinished. There's a issue with paint mismatch on the right rear quarter here, where the bumper at some point was reshot. It's really visible in this light. What else? I added the bumper plugs up front for the license plate holes, and I think that's about it. Pulled the license plate bracket off, and I'm kind of going to leave this one alone. It doesn't need a lot. There's another look at the interior from the passenger side. Super good shape all around. Show you all the little records binder here, since I have it with me. All my cars I make a archive just to keep track of some of the paperwork. I have a couple copies of the window sticker here. Full records back to new on this car, which was pretty sweet. And then it came with some neat swag in terms of the memorabilia. There's a February 2007 Road and Track where they did a sports sedan comparison between Looks like the G35 Sport, the TLS, and the Lexus IS. Let's see if I can find that real quick. If I remember correctly, the TL was sort of middle of the pack in terms of the rankings. There they are. Obviously they were working with a kinetic blue here, which is awesome. Third place to the Infiniti, second place the TL. Gotta love those quad exhaust tips, and first place to the Lexus. So even 15 years later, those are all really cool cars. There's one other article I was gonna show you. This was a funny little snippet from, it looks like Car and Driver, where they say, as they say, as happens. That was maybe a precursor to the actual launch. But yeah, to this day, the 07 TL, or really just the whole third generation 04 to 08 model range, is exceptionally sought after. They've aged well design-wise, and they're just really good all-around, well-balanced cars. I thought you all might get a kick out of my license plate. So Arizona in Tucson has a university called the University of Arizona that uses that logo, and I basically repurposed it as the beginning letter in the word Acura. I can't believe I just did this again. I bought a TL Type-S today with the manual, 2007, 87,218 miles, and this thing is beautiful. I have missed my 2007 TL ever since selling it in 2017. It's still around. I sold it to a buddy who is probably watching this today, but he lives in St. Louis and has been commuting in it ever since. But this car brings back all sorts of great nostalgia. I just love the shifter in this car, and the torquey 286 horsepower V6. Love it. Really just a pretty incredible car overall. You can tell it's been maintained. I know on my 07 there was already some delamination going on with this little trim piece. The shift knob on these typically does also start to show some wear. And this thing is pretty primo. I think it's been garage kept long term because of the really crack-free dash. That's a notorious problem area on these, as well as the seats. The perforated seats do tend to get some premature wear as well. Reacquainting myself here with the functions, so I figured out how to deactivate the auto door lock, which I don't like. And now we're gonna go figure this thing out. Okay, I need to play DVD, so how do I load? Old-fashioned tape deck. When was the last time you saw one of those babies? So let's load up Dire Straits and Fleetwood Mac, and we'll see what this DVD audio system has to offer. Already looking better here with the sticker removed from the windshield, a quick wash or wipe down on the wheels, and I removed the plate bracket up front. I just need to get these plugs where the screw holes go.